Good afternoon and welcome to this Friday edition of Lunch with a Shark. I hope you guys had a great lunch, and now we're in the after lunch special, and I can't believe it's the end of the month. May flew by like I don't know where the hell it went, but it's not almost. Monday will be June 1st already. We're almost done with the first half. First half of 2020. I think it's a good time for you guys to start thinking, what have you done in 2020? And don't give me that bullshit that, oh, we had to be quarantined and stuck inside the houses for March, April, May, and maybe June. Don't give me that shit. What have you done in 2020? 2020, it's going to be the best year yet. Remember that. As we've been doing for the last two Fridays, we're talking about business mastery. In order for you to be successful, you need to master what you're doing. And if you're in business, you have to master business. Okay? And we master accounting, we master taxes, we master planning, we master business consulting. Okay? So whatever you do, you should master it. If you're in business, you should be a master in those businesses. You're not going to learn it in school. You're not going to learn it on an online course. You're not going to be able to Google, how can I master my business? Hells no. Okay? Mastering business or mastering whatever you do, it requires of hours and hours and hours and hours, and I can go here for hours saying how many hours you need to become your master of what you're doing. So we've been talking about last two Fridays about what business are you really in, what do you want for your business, and both of them, as the one for today, it asks us about maps. Last Friday we spoke about what maps were. Like you guys might remember what was necessary to navigate or to get to point A to point B if we're going on vacations by car. Like we had to pull out a huge piece of paper this size, and either mom or dad would be like, tell me where's my next exit. And you had to be pointing out by this little squares here and squares up here, and like, oh shit, I missed my turn and things like that. Now we just simply pull out our phones and we go on Google Maps and it tells us. And for centuries, okay, and our early civilians, they thought that the world was flat. Remember that? Remember history class? They told us that they thought that the world was flat. I think it wasn't until Christopher Columbus that navigated that they realized that the world was not flat. You can get to point A to point B, just you didn't fall off the face of the earth. So over the course of centuries, we realized that we were wrong, or that they were wrong. So when you start your business, and when you start to grow your business, things go wrong. You're going to realize that your business is not flat, that your business might be round, that your business might be a triangle. So you need to shift courses. You need to create new maps, okay? New blueprints. My third question on business mastery is, who are you? Oh shit. You know, no. Who are you? In business, there's three type of people or three avatars or three archetypes, I can say that. The first one, it's going to be the skill producer. And we call it the artist. The second one, it's the manager, the leader. And the third type, it's the entrepreneur. You need to understand, and I'm going to explain each of them. And what you need to understand is that You cannot be the three of them. Even if you want to be the three of them, there's one piece that is more predominant than the other two. And that's really okay. That's the best thing to have. Okay? You cannot be the three of them. You cannot be an artist, you cannot be a manager and a leader, and you cannot be an entrepreneur at the same time. You might have some of it, of three of them, but one of them, it's going to be the predominant one. And what we want to do is we want to exploit the predominant one. Why? Because that's your passion. That's who you really are. That's where you're going to excel. That's where you're going to be the master. Okay? So the skill producer, which is AKA the artist, it has or possesses extraordinary talent, consistently meets the needs of the community they're serving in a sustainable way. Shit. That's a textbook definition. So who's the artist? The artist is the creator. The artist is the innovator. The artist is the one who creates the ideas of the possible business. Okay? Those are the skills. If you equate an artist, a real artist, like a painter, a sculptor, something like that, into a business, they're creators. Okay? It's different than an entrepreneur. So if you're a creator, or your predominant piece, it's creator, you're an artist. Okay? You have an extraordinary talent. Okay? A manager or a leader, it's the one who consistently manages and meets the needs of the skills of the skilled producer. So the artist needs somebody that represents them. Okay, if we're talking about the film industry, they need an agent. That's who you are. If you want to say, hey, you're going to do this, this, and this, and that, you're a manager. Okay, you're a leader. Don't fight it. If you want to be an artist, but your skills are mostly to control, to tell people what to do, and things like that, you are a manager. You are a leader. Okay? I'm telling you that we all have the three of them. Number 3, the entrepreneur. They're the creators and keepers of the vision. Okay? You were going to tell me, or I thought, like, well, the artist is a creator. Well, the entrepreneur is the one who creates as well, but keeps the vision. Okay? Goes a step forward. An artist, it's not an entrepreneur. And I'm going to tell you why. The artist, it's going to create, and I'm going to show you, my shark. Okay? This was created by hand, by Mexican artisans. They created this shark. Okay? They did not sell it directly to me. They required an entrepreneur, an art gallery, to sell it to me. Why? Because an artist has their feeling, their passion, their heart into this piece, and they were probably going to sell it to me for whatever I wanted it, just for them to satisfy their immediate need, which was food and shelter. But an art gallery sold it to us for profit, to cover the artist's expense, to cover a shitload of things. Okay? So that's where you need the entrepreneur if you're the artist. The artist might be, or might have a small portion of entrepreneur when they're trying to sell this piece to the gallery, but for a minimum profit. I don't know if I make sense. I hope I do. So once you figure out who you really are, you need to figure out which other business types you need to get help to grow your business. Meaning, if you are the artist who did this, you're going to need a manager to represent you, to put you maybe in touch with the entrepreneur which is the gallery to sell your pieces. So, if you excel or you have the predominant area is your being an artist, you need a manager, a true manager, and you need a true entrepreneur to succeed in your business. Here are some questions to help you find the holes in your business. Which one of the business leadership styles am I? Remember, artist, manager, leader, entrepreneur. Who do I need to add to my team? You eliminate your predominant one, okay? So you need the other two. It's very simple. You have 3 pieces, you start putting them together. I need to get rid of, who do I need to get rid of and surround myself with to elevate my team? You might have only artists in your team. You're lacking manager and leaders, and you're lacking entrepreneurs. So what you need to do is, you need to really analyze your team to see what's holding you down, to see what's holding the person that you are. It's very normal that entrepreneurs want to be surrounded by entrepreneurs because we want all the ideas that are floating around executed. But entrepreneurs might not be executors. You need the executor, which is going to be the manager and leader. But your idea might be, hey, I just want to create this shark, but you have no skills to produce this shark, so you need the artist. You have the idea. My partner might have idea. My other partner might have the idea. My secretary might have the idea. All of us have the idea of creating this freaking shark. But do we all know how to handle silver? No. Okay, I needed an artist. So I don't know if I make sense. I hope I do. It makes sense to me. So I hope it makes sense to you. 3 questions, 3 types. First, let me go back to the types. Artist, manager, leader, entrepreneur. The first question you're going to ask is, who are you? Which one of those 3 are you? Who do I need in my team? By elimination, the predominant one, which is you, which other 2 you need? Analyze your team and think who's going to be nexus, who are you going to have to let go, who are you going to have to move to another department, or simply who else do you need to complement those 2 that you're lacking. So one business book that talks about this in general is the E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. That's an amazing book. We'll put it on the links underneath, on the comments underneath this video. Remember, we recommend you, or I recommend you, E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. Read about this. This is not science. This is not new chingaderas. This is centuries of business, okay? And this is not new. You might not learn this on a master's. You might not learn this in university because this is more practical. And you're going to master everything by practicing, not by learning or reading in school. I'm not saying that school is bad. It's great. It's the foundation. Every business, every person needs a foundation. You need to start from somewhere. Okay? So, get out those books. Stop Netflix. Read. Get out the audiobooks. Listen. So, that's great. It's weekend. It's a nice weekend. San Diego, it's overcast a little bit, but it's warm. So, I'm going to end up today's Lunch with a Shark with a phrase from Ronald Reagan, which to me, the best president in the whole history of the universe, and that's just me. People can comment there and tell me whatever they want. So Don't laugh, Jeff. So, I'm sorry. Yeah. Surround yourself with the best people you can find. Delegate authority. And don't interfere as long as the policy you've decided upon is being carried out. Ronald Reagan. Let me tell you what it means, okay? It means stop freaking micromanaging. Trust your team and trust yourself. If you lose trust in your team, let them go. Okay? So surround yourself with the best people you can find, delegate authority, and don't interfere as long as the policy you've decided upon is being carried out. It's been a great week. Thank you so much for following us. Liked us in Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn. Tanya is going to help us there, put the links underneath this. We have Invictus Advisors Mexico, we have Invictus Advisors USA, our personal emails. Send us your questions. Be safe, stay safe, don't be crazy, even though some restrictions have been lifted. Don't be crazy, use common sense, and see you next Monday. Bye.